Hi, we're going to take just a few minutes to show you how easy using the ePortfolio is to document your proficiency for the summative evaluation part of the EPDEP. So to manually access it, you will be at the TCC webpage and you will click on Faculty and Staff at the top. Scroll down to Quick Links, and at the bottom of that menu, you'll see Teaching ePortfolio Login. You will log in the same way you log into your email. So whatever comes before tcc.edu, you will not put tcc.edu there, and then your password, and you'll simply log in. At that point, it's going to take you to the Welcome menu. You will go to Submission Tool at the top. You're going to see Teaching Statement, which is no longer required, and then Holistic Narrative. The holistic narrative is this part down here, your teaching domain, which has the 4 subdomains, your scholarly and creative engagement domain, your institutional responsibility domain, and your service domain. So we're going to skip right down to teaching domain, and we are going to start with instructional design. So it shows you for your specific classification, whether you're first year, second or third year, or senior, it's going to show you what you need to upload or not upload. So if you look here, the very first one talks about each course section taught have a syllabus. Right here you'll notice in parentheses and italics, document by exception only. So here you don't have to add anything. The next one is distribute the syllabus to students. Again, document by exception only, so you do not have to do anything here. Keeps going, and the next one is document by exception only. Then we get down to designing learning activities, assessment strategy materials that facilitate achievement of prescribed course outcomes. So here you do need to actually put stuff in. So you might want to write stuff in here, you might want to add or edit. So I know for me, there's one thing I think is really cool I like that I do, and it is this creative presentation where my students have to show me 3 ideas that are appropriate and not appropriate for teaching literacy. I teach early childhood development, so I let them make memes and animations and things like that, and then they put it on a virtual bulletin board called Padlet. So I'm going to upload the instructions here by just going to add edit instructions, and it's just like adding something on an email. So I'm going to go choose file and go to that particular class, and it's going to show there's my instructions, and then I'm going to upload file and it will be up there. So that is all I need. I can upload several things, but I'm going to push save. And then I'm going to X out of it, and see, there it is right there. For some reason it's not letting me add anything here, probably because it's not time for my evaluation, but I would also want to include right here a link so my dean can see what that actually looks like. So right here I would put please see link for final assessment. And so I would put the link right here, and this is what it actually looks like when my students create memes and cartoons and things like that. So my dean can see how I assess this content knowledge. So that's just an example of one thing you can do. The next one, analyze previous semester student rating of instruction and other student feedback about instructional design, delivery, and effectiveness, and identify areas of improvement and implement an action plan. So here you're going to kind of balance, here are the things that my students said that were really great about my class, and here are things that they said I can improve, and here's how I'm going to improve them. To give you an example, I teach online with a lot of my classes, and I used to have my original discussion board post due Wednesday, and then my 2 replies due Friday. And my students would put in the evaluation that it would be cool if I would extend my due dates for posts to Sunday so they had the weekend to work on it. So my action plan was to change it for future semesters to be Wednesday and Sunday instead of Friday. So that's just an example of that. And then there's some things that'll say for senior faculty only, so that's only people that are considered C3s or senior faculty, and you'll need to fill out that. So you'll go through all of this. So teaching has, of course, instructional design. Then you'll have another one for delivery, where you'll go through and have the same things. One for effectiveness, one for expertise. And then you go down to scholarly engagement, and you notice one thing you're going to notice is if you're first year faculty, your most, if not all, of this stuff is met with New Faculty Academy that you take with Monica McFerrin. So you won't need to do a lot of this. So notice here it says second and third year faculty. Here's what you need to do. Senior faculty, here's what you need to do. Institutional responsibility. Document by exception only, document by exceptional only. So as you can see, this is not a difficult thing to do. It's very, very easy to do. It's not very time consuming. And the cool thing is when you submit it, I mean, as you put things in, they save as you go. So you don't have to do it all in one hit. You can do it as the year goes by. And once you actually submit everything, to your dean, it automatically goes to your dean, and then you can get your feedback right here. So if I go to review portfolio submission, I can look back at my last year, see it's complete, click on here and see each domain and what my dean said about each domain there, that I met expectations and so forth. So that is the ePortfolio. It's very simple, very easy, and very not time consuming. So if you have any questions, just let me know.